Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Virginia Kajumko and I'm a realtor in New Hampshire and Maine. This is the fourth video in my video series where I'm trying to bring education to consumers about buying, selling, and investing in real estate. Today I want to touch on some information to help you if you're thinking about selling your property. Where you should start first, what to do, who to talk to, those kinds of questions. When you're starting out, first and foremost, that's when you don't have any guidance and you are seeking that help. So if you're thinking about selling your property and you don't know where to start, the first thing I would start with is to reach out to a realtor that you might know, or call a market center with a brand that you might trust. I personally work for Keller Williams, and we're one of the largest brokerages in this area in southern New Hampshire and Maine, with over 400 agents. So the first thing to do is to have a strategy session with your realtor. Have them come over and talk to you. What I would do is I would go over to a client's house or a prospective client, a person who wants to sell their home, and I would sit down with them and I would walk through the home and I might talk to them about starting to thin out their belongings, kind of declutter a little bit. If you have a lot of pictures of family and friends and faces and really personal things around the home, you want people who are coming in to purchase the home to be able to picture their own belongings up on the wall so that they can picture themselves purchasing and occupying the home. Another thing I'd talk to you about is what small upgrades could you do, or changes could you do, whether it's paint or updating appliances or even just a faucet or even just minor repairs, like looking through the house, okay, so this faucet's a little drippy, you might want to address that. Things that you might have know that are wrong with the house that you might want to address before a buyer comes in and they do an inspection and find issues. So you want to make sure that the property is depicted in its the best way possible. So minimal furniture, picture a magazine. You have neutral walls, you might have some artwork on the wall, but it's all intentional and it's not over the top. There's not a lot of things on the wall. You might have one art piece on the wall. You might have a couch and a coffee table to show the functionality of a room, but not to have it take over the room, because when someone's viewing the house to purchase, the personal property doesn't transfer with the actual property. So they don't get to keep your couch or your coffee table. So you want it just to basically show the functionality of the home. You want it to look attractive and clean. When you're doing paint colors, you want to go more neutral or more modern. You want to go more grayscale. So you don't want to every color that you like on the wall for paint or every print that you may love isn't necessarily what everyone else is going to love. So you want to make it kind of a monotone, not really monotone, but you want to make it a palatable, clean presentation. Another thing you want to think about is styles change. So what is trending now may not have been trending 6 months ago or 6 months from now. So when you're preparing your home to sell, you want to make sure that you're speaking to someone who has that knowledge, who knows what are being done to homes to make them look more modern and more upgraded, which would be your realtor. They would know what they're seeing in homes, what those homes are selling for. A well-staged home and a well-presented home will sell for a higher dollar amount than an unstaged home would. Another thing is, if you're thinking about selling and you don't know when you're going to sell, or you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to wait till the spring to put it in the fresh spring market so that I get the top of the market for the season. Well, what you might want to consider is that spring, although beautiful, is also mud season. So when you take your external photos of your home, you want to make sure that you're taking them in the fall when it's dry and the house is attractive and there's grass on the ground, as opposed to the grass is all dead, the trees haven't had their leaves come in yet. It's not going to be showing the property in the best way possible, and you don't want to be taking the photos in the middle of winter time when the house is covered with snow. You can't really see the roof, you can't really see the porch, you can't really see these features that are selling points for the property. Let's see, a big one. You want to make sure that you have an agent who can give you a CMA. Now, a CMA is a comparative market analysis. So what your realtor is going to do for you, or what I would do, is take your property and evaluate it based off of your bedroom count, your bathroom count, your square footage of your home, the lot size that your house sits on, things like that. Also, school systems come into a play as well. It's a feature that you can show that, this is in this school system, just as from public knowledge, so people know if they have children what school system is currently there for the property. So it'd be good to know that as well. But when you're evaluating value, you take your property and you compare it against other properties who have sold in the area for similar features, for similar finishes, with the bedroom count and the bathroom count and the square footage and all those features. But you also want to say, well, this house had the same bedroom count, the same bathroom count as yours, but it had stainless steel appliances, it had granite, it had all of those other things. And if you don't have that in your home, it may not sell for the same price. So that's an important thing to kind of educate yourself on as well, which you can look online and see that, but also as a realtor, I can see that there are properties that are under contract, how long they were on the market before they went under contract and what condition they're in, and also properties that are currently listed. So what's your competition? What are you going up against when you sell your property, when it's actively listed and people can see it on MLS and it's loading to Realtor.com, Trulia, those sites that a lot of people utilize as buyers. So I hope that information was helpful to you if you're thinking about selling your property. If you have any questions for me or you want me to go into more detail about specific items, you can email me questions at virginia.k@kw.com. You can also post questions under this video as well. And as always, this video will be on my YouTube channel and my professional page for a constant resource for you. And like I said, if you have any other in-depth questions or want me to touch on something a little bit further, I can certainly do so. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.